guys, so today I am going to be doing something a little bit different, but kind of going back to my old school original pipe up roots. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 favourite books. And before you guys say that reading's lame and it's for nerds, nerd culture is actually really cool now, and to be intelligent and intellectual is really cool nowadays, and in the words of my granddad, it's hip to be a square. So on that, let's get started with the video. Okay, so before we get into the video of my top 5 favorites, I want to explain to you guys why I love reading so much and why I think everyone should read. And maybe for you non-readers out there, these little insights could inspire you to start reading. So, number 1 for me, it stimulates your mind. You know, we live in this culture and this generation where everything's on demand. Food, at a click of a button, any series, you can just sit down and binge and become like one with your couch. We're a generation of ruining our posture. So, reading stimulates your mind. It gets you thinking. Benefit number 2, it expands your vocabulary. So, for example, instead of saying that something's fun, you could say it's titillating, or amusing, or my favourite word is thicket. Reason number 3 as to why I love reading is because it hones in my analytical skills. And what I mean by that is, like, the more, if you're reading like crime novels all the time, you start to like pick up clues a lot quicker the more you read them. So like, for example, you get to like page like 46 and be like, oh my god, I know who did this. It's the guy with the velvet pantsuit who walks around with a picture of his dead aunt all the time. And then you get to the end of the book and boom, you're right, it was velvet pantsuit guy. And you can start to like implement it into real life as well, you know? It's like, who ate the cookie from the cookie jar sort of stuff, you know? You can start like being like, you're a suspect in real life. What's that show? How to catch a murderer, no, Making a Murderer. What was I going with that? Making a Murderer. How everyone thought that they could become like detectives and police officers. That's what I'm talking about with books. Okay, so moving on to the actual segment of this video, and that is my top 5 favourite books. Book number 1 is The Girls by Emma Klein. This book is everything. I even got mum to read it. It is amazing. So short synopsis, it's about a girl set in the late 60s who joins a Manson-like cult that does Manson-like things, and there are Manson-like consequences. It is so beautifully written, like it's slow, and the way, like she could describe the way that someone's hair falls in like a whole chapter, and you don't get sick of reading it. It's incredible. So my second favourite book is Cloud Street by Tim Winton. And I know what you're thinking. Normally when you have to read books for school, you're like, and you don't actually read it. You just look at Spark Notes, or you watch the movie adaptation, or you skim read it. But this one is just so beautifully written, and it's so Australian. And the characters are just, I would have read it regardless of having to be forced to read it. So, and it's one I'm definitely going to read again. So, yes, Cloud Street. My third favourite book of all time, it's another classic. And this one isn't, like, I'm talking like proper classic, like Penguin classic. Not like a cool, retro-inspired book that's like, well, this got this like Instagram hype and then Emma Roberts book club, or Emma Watson, whoever it is, I don't know. It's a proper classic. I'm talking hundreds of years old, and yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Pride and the Prejudice by Jane Austen. And I know what you're thinking, a lot of people think that it's dated and it's no longer relevant, especially in today's society, that we're no longer a patriarchal society, and how it's based off like a woman's worth to be married and to be married to a wealthy man, and a lot of feminists don't like it, but guess what? It's ironic. And as soon as you realize that when you're reading it, it becomes freaking hilarious. The idea of the mother trying to marry off her 5 children, it's ridiculous. And once you realize that and start reading it from that angle, you can just appreciate it for what it truly is. Yes. I feel like I got very hysterical in that. Hysterical is also like a feminist trigger word, so I shouldn't be using that. Brace yourself, because this next one isn't, it's not fiction. And I'm gonna say it's a biography. I know, it's a scary word, but this one is incredible. It's about Zelda Fitzgerald, and it's written by Nancy Milford. It's inspiring, it's educational, it's all the good stuff. I'm surprised it's not a year 12 novel. It's all the good stuff. I hear you asking, who is Zelda Fitzgerald? And originally, I was like that as well, but my God. She is the most underrated writer. Get onto it, trust me. So like, I know this fantasy style genre isn't for everyone, and it's a bit of a stretch and no one's really into it these days. I mean, there's no series or anything about it, but if you're bored and you have nothing to do, then definitely buy one of the Harry Potter books. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Give some money to this struggling author, and I'm doing my bit. I'm giving her some much needed publicity here on my channel. So yeah, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, it's a bit of a mouthful. I should probably like email her and, you know, tell her to change the name. It needs to be sharper, like Pipe Up or something. Just Jack. But yeah, guys, if you've never read the Harry Potter series, I know they're for kids maybe, but they're not. I feel like an idiot for even saying this. So I never read the Harry Potter series growing up. I know, I'm sorry. My older sister Imogen was the biggest fan, to the point where she named her car Hermione. So now my car is Hermione. And I feel like such a fraud when I'm like, yeah, my car's named Hermione. People are like, oh my God, Harry Potter. And I'm like, uh-huh. Anyway, I'm sure you guys have heard of J.K. Rowling, or Rowling. Some people say Rowling or Rowling. I have started reading the series, and it is so good! If you haven't read it, you need to. Alright guys, that's it. They are my top 5 favorite books. Comment down below what your favorite book is. But yes, I will see you guys next week. I was about to say, this Hufflepuff. Oh, shut up. That was so lame. I literally started this video by going, reading isn't for nerds, and I've just said the nerdiest thing ever.